Hey guys, 732 Review Crew back. I'm Mikey.
I'm Mike.
And this is Angel Season 2, Episode 14. This one's titled The Thin Dead Line, which makes me think of The Police in Blue Line.
I feel like this predates by quite a bit.
Maybe. I mean, The Thin Red Line was a big movie. It was a movie about World War II.
I got nothing on this one.
Because there was a lot of the Green Mile. I don't know. Thanks, guys. We're going to be figuring out what that means in 3, 2, and 1.
What I wouldn't give for a roving band of Preckian demons right now. Without the ritualistic
All right,
slang,
they're still
of
separate.
course.
Maybe we could buy one of those star maps, find out where Steven Seagal lives. You telling
One's
me you got
face.
to be a movie star without a little demonic assistant?
Hair's growing on me.
We can't expect evil to just walk through the door.
Evil's gonna walk through the door.
I'm looking for Wesley Wyndham Price. I'm a friend of Virginia's from the club.
Oh,
Oh.
right, the country club.
One of Virginia's rich friends? There's nothing we haven't see.
That's something.
There's an eye in the back of her head.
Something grabbed Stephanie on the way home from swim practice and bit her.
It's just a parasite. It's okay.
You'd be surprised how many nasty things are on the streets these days.
He's right behind us.
It's Angel, isn't it?
He's just out for a stroll.
Oh, she's a character now.
Go.
And look, I know it's past curfew, but we gotta come in.
Sorry, Kenny. 10 o'clock. You know the rules.
I know, but you can't leave us out here, okay? There's something.
Uh-oh. Is she attracted here?
The Angel gonna save them? Not a real
Police
cop.
officer.
It's a fake cop. Yeah, no one will notice.
Hey, Merle.
Jesus, man. And can't you know, knock?
You don't make that funny expression when I knock. Or if you do, I don't see it.
Huh.
I mean, at least that British guy understood what a working relationship was.
Oh,
Had some respect.
Wesley was the first one that used him as a contact. Okay, I remember him now.
How is old Wesley, huh? Well, the other two you fired?
Oof.
They doing all right?
So why'd you come in last night?
I don't know, it was cold out there, I was getting frostbite.
It was 65 degrees outside.
So, from Florida, 65 degrees is like the Arctic Circle. Cops. They've been hassling everybody lately. Last night, me and Les were hanging down on 39th.
Panhandling?
No, washing my Mercedes. So then this cop comes up out of nowhere and just wham! And then after he punched me, he threw Les against the wall, about near broke her arm. He just walked up, said no loitering, slugged me in the mouth, and then chased us for a couple blocks before he made it here.
What? What's happening?
Good luck solving it. I mean, who are you gonna call? Cops?
I know just who to
I
call.
think I know someone who might help.
Stop it. Stop writing the script.
Eddie. What's up, girl? I ain't seen you in a minute. Come here.
Makes sense they know each other because street kids, right?
Oh, it's cool. It's cool. They know what's what.
What?
I don't think it's safe for you to be out there by yourself.
Oh.
I'm gonna head over to the teen center, see if I can figure this thing out.
Oh, gee, I missed out on this exciting case we're working on. Angel Investigations, home of the wicked high creep factor. Angel?
Oh, our company. It's named after our former boss.
This isn't the guy in the long black trench coat, is it?
You know him?
Yeah. He tried to help me out a few weeks ago. He did?
Good son.
But it turned out it was just a scam to screw this law firm. Well, he hasn't changed a bit.
They almost thought they had him back.
I am the Batman.
So what was you doing when this cop pulled his piece on you?
Absolutely nothing.
Oh, so I haven't seen you on Normandy and Fifth dealing?
Oh.
You trying to tell me that wasn't you I seen?
That's ancient history, man. I gave that up.
Well, do the cops know that? Because maybe they didn't get your email.
Hey!
He's such a creep, dude. I know, like,
Your hands where I can see them. Face the fence.
nice.
Place your hands on your head. This is a mistake.
That's crazy.
Believe me, you don't want to do this.
Oh. What's wrong with it? He's not right. He Mirandized them.
Just beat up a cop.
Even a cop?
Bruh.
Do you understand your rights as
Zombie
I...
cop.
Why did he kick his head off? Did he know?
If it isn't Charles Gunn.
brother at large.
And meet Rondell and George.
This got something to do with the police cracking skulls?
Well, you know about that?
Who doesn't?
I didn't till today. Somebody could have filled me in.
You ain't been around to tell nothing to.
You've been moving on up, dog. Playing demon detective with your new family.
Deluxe apartment in the sky.
Maybe I shouldn't have called it all. In fact, you know what? Y'all are free to go. Don't do me no favors.
I'm not. Favors for these kids.
All right, look, the plan is simple.
I like that guy.
I want you to roll the camcorder, wait for the cops to hassle us.
How do you know they will?
Because we'll be the ones walking while black.
Oh,
Come on.
very topical. Even back then.
Haven't seen you in a while.
They're like divorced parents.
2 women killed in a clothing store. 13 lawyers from Wolfram and Hart slaughtered in a wine cellar. Guess you never caught up with your vampire friends in time.
I did track him down later and set him on fire.
Sounds like you enjoyed it. But then again, the whole murder and mayhem thing's always been right up your alley.
That's how you feel. I just killed a cop.
I wouldn't make a joke about that in this building, no matter how immortal you think you are.
Of course. I mean, this is the type of cop that keeps talking, even after he's been decapitated.
Officer Peter Harks.
You know him?
Well enough to be at his funeral 6 months ago.
Ah.
Of course we can handle this eye thing without you. That's not the point.
Check out Big
that
Book.
Maybe we should back you up on this. Because I don't want you to get hurt. Of course I do. But
Oh, you care about me.
That can't be his plan, can it?
Yes, it is.
I mean, it's really a dumb plan. We're just gonna have to let him do this.
oh, I'm sure he'll be fine.
They're gonna get up.
Right, let's get down there and save him from himself.
It's not like that third eye's really going anywhere.
I don't think they want to do the third eye thing.
I want to read books.
This ground's been disturbed in the past few weeks. Someone's done some digging.
How do you know?
I think someone's unearthing dead cops and putting them back on the streets.
What? How is that?
Zombies.
Is
Her
it
dad.
Uh-oh.
my dad? Is he?
Uh-oh.
No. This ground's
Are
undisturbed.
you sure?
I'm sure.
Wow.
Yeah, that'd be pretty traumatizing.
Who's doing this?
He's so
Like,
awkward. I didn't get that far.
Looks like you could use some help.
How are your laundry folding skills?
I'm an actress. I can fake it. Hey! That's my... sorry.
Angel gave that away last episode.
The girl at the store said it was one of a kind. Big fibber.
Angel gave that away last episode.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, I'm all out of beds.
Oh, come on now, sweet thing. You know it's not safe for man or beast out here. Sure, I can find someone willing to share.
Who is this guy?
Oh, yes.
Creep.
Cordelia, do your
I
thing.
think it'd be best if you left.
This is a shelter, right? Well, it just so happens I'm in need of a little shelter tonight.
Hey!
Cordelia, make him leave.
Whoa, what's out, man? Jackson.
Uh-oh.
You been ducking me lately, Ray? You don't still think I'm pissed at you, do you? You don't think I'm gonna kill you or something, do you? Huh? No. I'd never kill you here, Ray. Not in front of all the pretty ladies. You know I'd never kill you here.
That does a creepy guy really well.
Yeah.
Hey, check it. 45th Street, man. So? You kidding me? This gang ground.
Zombie cops into gangland.
Do as you're instructed.
Officer, I'd just like to know if we're being arrested.
Wait, officer, wait! This man is a friend of mine, a very good friend. I'm sure he hasn't committed any...
Oh!
Oh, what the fuck?
This episode just got super serious.
They just shot Wesley. God
Oh.
damn.
He's got another gun!
God damn. Oh, he's just gonna get up, right? He's a zombie.
Is anyone else cold?
It's okay, man. We're gonna take you someplace.
No.
Help me pick him up!
Wesley's not gonna die.
I killed a police officer. Look at him, he dead.
Oh, run.
Don't look that dead. Let's go!
Oh my god.
911. You've got your call. 911.
Get
Spoon
him.
cops. They the one that did this to you.
An ambulance.
Oh.
Where is everyone?
Oh, only a few of us riding a desk tonight.
Not a lot going on.
Crime's way down this precinct. We're doing things right.
Who takes credit for that?
It's a team effort. But the captain's the one who really got the ball rolling.
This captain of yours, yeah, running things by the book?
About that.
I don't have to tell you who used to rule these streets, Detective. The scumbags did. We got a tougher policy now.
Leslie does not look good.
Oh.
Getting shot like this?
This would be a random episode for him to die in if it was.
Yeah. I've seen a lot of people been shot worse than this. Never even slowed them down.
Well, that's good.
Okay, cool. Wesley.
He'll be fine.
Wesley. Do you have health insurance? Oh, here come the cops. Uh-oh.
You gotta let us through. No! Don't! Hey!
That's crazy.
Shooting EMT like that is crazy. In front of the other EMT too?
Right? Well, they're not cognizant.
They shot him.
Who did?
The cops, they're not human.
She's like, this is ridiculous.
Stressed out for her. She got monsters outside and one inside.
Secure the entire section. Clean house.
Wild.
Damn, man, that looks nasty.
Jackson?
I say let him come, bro. I know how to handle cops. I know where you come from.
Where I come from, you don't bring down the community. You try to make it better.
I'm just doing my thing, man. Why don't you go and get out of my face?
Your thing hurts everybody. Why do you think nobody cares they're clamping down on this neighborhood?
Because they're a bunch of racist pigs.
Well, there's that. And there's people like you.
Whew.
A thug with a gun. Keeping the cycle going.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, white man dying. Not exactly losing.
Punch him.
Hey, we can't afford this. Not now.
Yes, we can.
We're taking him to a hospital now. I don't care who's out there.
Angel.
You go to Cordelia.
Where are we going? To the hospital. This sounds sensible to me.
I don't know why they stopped the ambulance.
I don't know either.
It's like, oh. Never mind.
Can I help you? Excuse me, what are you doing?
Looking around.
If you need something, I'm sure someone downstairs would be willing to help you.
Actually, I need to talk to you.
About what?
Well, about some of your more dead cops.
Maybe we should talk about you instead.
How do I stop them? I'll repeat the question.
Wild.
These are good cops. They put their lives on the line. I died on the streets.
You should have left them that way.
I won't betray you.
Secret door?
Secret.
What?
Angel. Yeah, thank you.
Yeah.
Oh, damn.
Not Diego.
In the back.
I love the chaotic music, the discordant music. Oh! Oh, this guy's dead.
For sure.
Can't wait. Oh, yeah, gun. Is voodoo magic?
That's crazy.
What the hell?
Here we go. It's the idol of Granith.
The zombie gun.
There's a lot of dead bodies. Gross.
Cool. I love her. Ooh.
Hey, help me pick him up.
Sorry. Looks like the street just got a lot safer for me. Time to go to work.
Let's go.
Hope he's a reoccurring character that gets eaten by a vampire so that we can kill him. His gun can kill him.
Crime reports from that precinct. Up until 3 months ago, there was a murder every 2 weeks, a rape every 2 days, a robbery every hour and a half.
What? That's
That's
crazy.
what we just get back to the people of that community.
I can live with that.
You learn to live with a lot of things, don't you? This job is making me crazy.
I know the feeling.
You gonna quit?
Join Angel Investigations.
Wyndham Price, isn't that the guy that works for you?
Okay, good. Got the beep boops.
Oh, he's not dying.
Hey.
I feel I should be in a great deal of pain.
Get gunshot will do that to you.
And yet,
Morphine.
is this morphine?
Well, it's bloody lovely.
Everybody loves morphine.
Oh. Yes.
What are you doing here?
I heard about Wesley.
Well, that's great. Too bad it takes a gunshot wound to make you give a crap.
Oof.
Wesley doesn't need you right now. We don't need you.
Ooh.
You walked away. Do us a favor and just stay away.
That's rough. But dessert.
Now you're looking from the outside in. Even more lonely than before. So, weird episode start that turned into a rather good, meaningful one, too.
They never solved the eye problem.
They did not solve the eye problem. But it did cause one of the most hectic scenes in Buffy to occur, which is when the zombies are all breaking in. And I loved it because, I mean, we were actually about to lose, and they didn't know that Angel saved the day in the background and that he did care, and that
he's been working in the shadows to save them.
And he doesn't need thanks. He doesn't know how to bring it up, but they would be dead without him, and I feel like he would be lost without them. Even though he's not.
Well, I think that's the only thing that's keeping him from his obsession, and it's keeping his head above water instead of drowning in it.
And this was
because Kate doesn't have that, and we see what's happening to her.
She has nothing, and if she lost her father, she had a breakdown, and she says getting to her, she doesn't know how much more she can handle this. That might be her indicating she can't do that, being a detective anymore in this place, while also knowing supernatural things are happening. Because I mean, I felt so bad when she thought her dad got taken. That was sad. But it goes to show that it's a very specific precinct cops that are being resurrected. And I mean, technically you don't have to pay them, and they've limited overtime, but
we're not.
The downside,
we're not pitching this.
The downside is they just attack everyone on site. Were they profiling? Most likely, but I think they were just attacking anybody who was in a specific area at night. And I mean,
random British dude at 3 a.m. That's sus.
Well, he ran up on him from behind. That's what it would be. Kate, though, I mean, she points out that that this was a terrible part of town, with murder, rape, and robbing, and it was brought down to near zero. But that's also because every single person was afraid to do anything at night.
You jail everybody. There's no one there to do crime or report crime because no one lives there.
It doesn't even feel like jail. It feels like they were going to kill them potentially.
Yeah, we don't know what happened to them.
And that's I mean, there was so many good things that were related, and being 30 when this came out, we were young. We were 30 now, 8 back then, 7 probably back then. We were unaware of the social, political status of the world and how it is, and Gunn even just saying simply the walking while black thing was super topical.
It's pretty terrible that it's still topical today.
And I mean,
it shouldn't be.
And it reminds me of this one judge I watched. I don't know if you've ever seen him on YouTube. It's the guy with the glasses, with the bow tie.
Yeah.
And he's like, the cops, every time I watch his cases, he's like, why'd you pull this guy over? What was going on? And they're like, well, he was just walking in an area, so he's walking while he's black.
Yeah, I see that one.
And I, those are the things that you don't realize. And then, not to get, I mean, we should be technically a little bit more like,
That's what I'm saying. Like it shouldn't still be relevant this far along.
Exactly.
If they're talking, it's
and I can't say not to get political because the whole episode was a political statement for the most part of not just cops are bad, but we had Gunn saying he was been trying to make his community positive. But there's people out there that are perpetuating the cycle of gang banging.
It was a surprisingly I'm surprised they went into that entire aspect of it. It was impressive.
You have for example, you have the one guy on hand. I don't remember his name that came in the beginning. He just wants to panhandle and be free. But then you have Marcus was his name, I think, the bad guy from
Jackson.
Jackson, you're right. Jackson just wants to be a gangbanger, and because he's a gun and he's pushed. It seems like he's a thug, and the other guy was a drug dealer. So some of the people on the streets were doing bad things. Maybe they're doing better things now.
Right.
But it doesn't, a lot of the behavior, for example, the two people walking or panhandling doesn't excuse being beaten. And whereas the one cop was trying to do it to make his community safer, that's not the way you do it. I mean, it was working, but it was working for the wrong reason.
For sure.
Eventually nobody wants to live on that block anymore. And I mean, Gunn even goes as far as say this is a gang neighborhood. So we learn about that. And I also just like learning about his other interactions with people, like the two guys who live with him. He hasn't been visiting his group as much because he's with this group.
Which I was wondering the whole time.
It's cool to see. Wesley being shot was super, realistic to me. It was very concerning. I didn't know, Joss Whedon being the writer, you never know if we're going to just get a random episode where a character actually dies. because they could do that if he wants to. And this wasn't the episode because it didn't feel right.
It was too sudden.
But like sometimes that's the way death occurs in TV shows, and it's realistic to portray death as quick, sudden, and like nothing. There's no ultimate meaning for it. Like somebody just dies, and I almost thought potentially if that happened, that would push Cordelia and Gunn further from Angel, and Angel down a deeper, darker path.
Right.
And I'm curious, it feels like every time he tries to redeem himself and become a good person, he realizes that he just is really going after Wolfram and Hart because he wanted information from Merle about that.
He needs to close that book and move on.
He does. And I mean, curious to see what he's going to be doing with that. I love absolutely Cordelia standing up to him. I mean, they don't know what he's doing, so she's just going on what she has in front of her. Yeah. And she's right.
Well, it's also a commentary on you need to show love. That's like the big thing there. Is like you can do all the things for these people, but if you're not showing the love, which is really all they care about, it doesn't have the same meaning.
Exactly. Now, I wonder if we're going to get a resolution on the eyeball in the back of the head. Otherwise, it might have been just a funny gag that they didn't actually.
I hope they bring it up in the next episode.
Yeah, I hope the next episode begins with them solving it.
Right.
Like, thanks so much for saving my daughter. It's like, well, we missed it. And I'm very happy that Anne's being a recurring character because a couple of the characters in this episode, the teen center were weaker actors, which it doesn't really pull you out too much. Like for example, the guy when he first showed up with the bald head, I was like, The girl with him was pretty decent. I thought the two guys that showed up with Gunn were pretty good. That he went out with the camcorders, especially the guy. Gunn was like, I've seen worse, and he like kind of like half smiled at Gunn. He's like, He's like, we've seen worse, and they don't live.
Sorry, I think I just remembered something. There used to be a group back in like the 90s and 2000s, or maybe it was even during like the crack epidemic. They were called the Guardian Angels, and I think that's what Gunn's group is kind of like labeled after.
Maybe
because rather than be like do any like help the cops or anything, what they would do is like when there would be like a crack den, they would literally run in, beat up everybody, break everything, and toss them all out. That way, that doing what the cops couldn't do. And that's kind of what Gunn does to the vampire nests. And it's funny that he brought up that like we're trying to bring the community back up, and you're talking to Jackson, you're part of the problem. Like I think that might be the comparison there, and if that's the case, that's sick. Yeah. If it's not, it's still cool.
But let us know.
Now that I like remember that existed.
Right? It was LA too.
I don't know if it was LA or New York or where.
I think it was LA.
I remember it like just clicked. I remembered reading about this and I was like, oh my god.
Now, only negative part of this episode is we didn't have the demon who reads empathy through song in it, because I really want.
It doesn't need to be every episode.
We'll just bring him to the student center, the teen center, and have him do therapy. I enjoy I enjoyed this episode. I enjoy getting some building of other characters that are like side characters, or even just like just for this episode characters,
secondary,
they were,
tertiary.
Yeah, they were real good. Like the two guys with him, I said the whole the facial acting from that one guy when he kind of like the half smile. I was like, it's bad. And it's just absolutely crazy. Props also to the EMT who kept his cool the whole time. He's like, the cops killed my partner, and he's still working his job. And I'm curious to see where this is going to keep going, because that was really that
was one of the more packed episodes.
That was packed with a lot of things, and every single thing had a moment. Because the one thing I wanted to note, and I just remembered, is Jackson came in and there was monsters outside and inside.
Right.
And it's going to show up too that just like we know not all demons are bad, not all humans are good. And Jackson was a monster of a human in the sense that he came in because there was no gun there to gun is not always there. There's no gun there to help. It's he was able to push.
He came in very predatory.
He came very predatorial, and I also just want to say I like how Gunn and Anne know each other, and I also find it funny that Cordelia and Anne, the 1 degree of separation is Buffy for both of them, and technically
they don't know that
Angel as well as Wesley, and nobody knows that, and they don't know that Anne is Buffy's runaway name.
Right.
So it's just like. It almost makes me feel like sometimes she's interacting with they're interacting with Buffy, because whereas she's not a slayer, she's still a very strong person who went from a vampire cult worshiper to a girl lost in the streets to someone helping those lost in the streets. And just like we saw Buffy and Cordelia grow from the second season, which would be 16 years old maybe,
right,
to this.
Yeah.
We're seeing the growth of Anne, in a way that I did not expect to see a reoccurring version of her, which I'm fine with. It makes sense. They brought it up. The kids are always a target because if they disappear, nobody cares. And yeah, I'm curious to see how they keep progressing the story, especially with all these characters built in. So thanks for joining us. I'm Mikey.
I'm Mike.
This was Angel. Check out Patreon for full lengths. We'll catch you next time. Thank you and goodbye.
Toodaloo.